We'll start lying on our backs today. So, get comfortable. You might adjust any clothing or hair. Getting to just relax into this position. You might start to breathe. We're going to bring our right knee into our chest. Hugging it close. You might take some circles with this leg. Eventually, when you're ready, you'll pull this leg across the body for a gentle spinal twist, keeping that right shoulder attached to the ground. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like to, feel free to walk those left toes to the right corner of the mat, giving a slightly different stretch. Breathing into this posture. You're going to keep this rotation going. So keeping that leg drawn across your body, you'll flip to your stomach. So draw that right knee up to that right elbow. Now, you'll stack your hands and maybe take that gaze over to the right as well. So you're in a half frog position, drawing that right knee up to that right elbow, letting that hip hang heavy. Just opening up through that front hip. Take a few breaths here. You might start to extend through this right leg, straightening it out. That is in your practice today. Taking a few breaths here. And you might shift up to those elbows to a Sphinx position. So keeping that right leg extended out or drawing it up in a bent position. You'll come up to a Sphinx position to your elbows. Taking a few breaths here. Should feel that stretch through your stomach. Maybe particularly that left side body. And dropping down. You'll take that leg back, maybe shifting those hips a couple times side to side. And then rolling back onto your back. Taking a few moments here. Adjusting those shoulder blades, adjusting any hair, clothing. Lengthening through that spine. When you're ready, drawing that left knee into your chest. And taking some circles here. Opening up to that hip joint. Eventually drawing that knee in and then taking it across the body. Keeping that left shoulder attached. Take a few breaths. And if it's in your practice, feel free to walk those right toes to the left corner of your mat. Getting a slightly deeper stretch. Keep that breath steady. Following that momentum, you'll keep that left leg drawn across the body. Roll to that stomach now. You'll plant your hands, stacking those hands, and drop that forehead onto it. Maybe taking that gaze to the left, drawing that left knee up towards that left elbow in this half frog position. We'll take some breaths here, letting that hip hang heavy, opening up through that front hip. If you'd like to, feel free to extend to that left leg fully, so straightening it out. And then propping yourself up to a Sphinx position. Coming up to those forearms. Taking a couple breaths. Eventually making your way back down. You'll extend to that right arm, rolling back to your back. Drawing both knees into your chest now. Rock side to side, massaging at that lower back. Eventually, you might take it up to a happy baby, grabbing those outer edges of the feet, drawing those knees in towards the armpits. Once again, rocking side to side if you like, massaging out that lower back. When you're ready, you're going to plant that left foot, taking that right leg across the left thigh in a figure four position. When you're ready, you'll interlace those hands underneath the left hamstring and gently pull, giving a good stretch in that right hip. So once again, figure four position with that right leg over the left thigh. Interlacing the hands underneath the left thigh. Pulling into your desired amount. Take a few breaths here in this reclined pigeon. Really fill your lungs and then let them release fully. Drawing that energy from your breath. You might begin to swirl that air in the back of your throat, creating an ocean-like sound or Darth Vader sound. Eventually planting that left foot, you'll draw that right leg across the body in this figure four position. So plant the sole of the right foot, sending the right knee up to the sky. So just a reclined pigeon still, but in a twisted form. Getting a good stretch through that right hip. Keep that breath steady, filling the body with oxygen. Making your way back up when you're ready. You'll undo your legs, straightening them out long. Maybe drawing both the knees in or taking happy baby. Releasing through that back. Eventually taking it to the other side, plant that right foot down, extend that left leg across in that figure four, interlace those hands underneath the right hamstring, gently pulling up to this reclined pigeon, giving a good stretch through that left hip. Keep that breath steady. You might imagine your breath with a color entering the body and leaving the body. Take a few more breaths. Eventually planting that right foot down. Keep that left leg across and plant it over, coming to this reclined pigeon twist position. So planting the sole of the left foot, sending the left knee up to the sky. Getting a nice good twist in that left hip. Take a few breaths. When you're ready, draw those legs back up. And take one more knees into the chest or happy baby. Releasing that back. You might come to happy baby and then draw the soles of the feet together, pulling those toes to your face. Eventually taking a few rocks along the spine. You'll eventually make your way to a tabletop position. Taking a few moments here to release that spine however you'd like. Maybe you keep this in a traditional cat-cow, dropping the belly and rounding through the upper back, drawing that belly button in. Or you might venture off, taking some big hip swivels. Doing whatever feels good for your body today, making sure to connect it to your breath. You might take about 10 more seconds here. Eventually extending those arms out to a puppy pose, keeping those hips lifted over the knees. Extend those arms out parallel, and you might keep your gaze forward, or you might bring your forehead to the mat. Good shoulder stretch, drawing that chest towards the mat. Take a few breaths. And then extending forward to a Sphinx position when you're ready. Plant both those hands. Draw those shoulders up and back. Draw that belly button up and in. You might plant your hands and then pull back towards your body. Maybe dropping the chin, taking some head rolls side to side. Eventually dropping all the way down. We're going to take our arms out to a T, taking that left leg up and over. Letting that left hip hang heavy. Option to cactus that right arm if you'd like, bending at the elbow. Giving a slightly different stretch. Eventually, you'll take it back to a neutral position. Taking those arms out to a T once again. You'll inhale those arms and chest and toes all at the same time. Inhaling, lift. Squeezing through your glutes. Drawing those shoulder blades together. You might inhale, lift a little further. Exhale, drop it down. Now taking that right leg up and over, extend through that left arm, giving a good stretch. Let that right hip hang heavy. Breathing into this posture. Option to cactus that left arm, bending at the left elbow if you'd like. Take a few more breaths. Making your way back to center when you're ready. Put your hands right by your shoulders. You'll just do a gentle up dog, maybe not fully straining to those elbows. Exhale, take it down. And however you'd like, make your way to a child's position. Knees widespread, arms extended forward. Melt that chest down to the mat. Take a few breaths here. Whenever you're ready, we'll make our way back onto our backs. However you'd like. Finding some length in that spine, adjusting how you'd like. We're going to draw that right knee back into our chest. And then extend fully through that right leg. So you might grab underneath your hamstring. You might be able to grab your ankle. But we're just going to pull that leg up towards our body. Or towards our face, excuse me. Taking deep breaths here. Be visualizing that breath with the color that enters the body, leaves the body. Keeping that breath steady. You might take a bend in that right knee, coming to a half happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of the feet, drawing that knee in towards the armpit, sending the soles of the feet up towards the sky. And then extending it down when you're ready. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. And then extend fully on this leg. Maybe once again taking those arms underneath the hamstring, or an option to take them all the way up around the ankle. Wherever you are, totally fine. Once again, imagining that breath with the color swirling throughout your body. Finding length here. When you've had enough, you might take a bend in that left knee, coming to that half happy baby on this side. Drawing that left knee in towards the left armpit. Flexing through that left foot, sending the sole of the foot to the sky. Take a few breaths here. Eventually extending out to that left foot. If there's anything else in your practice you feel that you need to do, feel free to do it now. Or keep this length here, drawing those palms up towards the sky. You might tuck those shoulder blades underneath. And continue to relax into your mat. Starting with those toes. Sending that relaxing energy up through your body. All the way out your arms and fingertips. You might take your face and squish it tight. And then relax through it. Taking a few minutes in this final pose, Shavasana. Might begin to deepen that breath, sending that oxygen flowing throughout your body once again. Maybe you roll to your favorite side, cradling that head with your arm. Eventually making your way up to a seated position whenever you're ready. We'll bring our hands to heart center, closing down those eyes. And I want you to take a really big inhale, filling your lungs. Maybe pausing at the top. Exhaling fully out that mouth. Releasing it all. Once again, inhaling fully. Maybe pausing at the top of that breath. And exhaling once again when you're ready. Releasing out that mouth. You might pause at the bottom. Take a couple more of these on your own. Filling your lungs and releasing them at your own pace. Maybe taking those moments to pause. Drawing in that energy into your body. Coming back to that stillness. Taking a moment to be grateful for your body. Grateful for yourself for showing up to your mat today. Awesome job today, guys. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend. Always so good to see you guys. Thanks for coming. Happy Friday.